Hey, Facebook Live peeps, this is Seth Greene coming to you with the Ella and Daddy Show. All right, we are going to get started in just a minute. Ella will be joining us again via remote broadcasting capabilities. So we'll just get warmed up as we wait for my comedic co-star. Hey, Dean, how's it going? We're here at Mastermind Investment Club, man. Where are you? Let's see who we have here. Hi, Linda and Richard are joining us. Awesome. They are most loyal viewers, along with Miss Andrea Bates, who've been here every single night. We greatly appreciate your attendance. And Ella is at her grandmother's house. How's our mastermind going? Our mastermind is going awesome. We are going to talk about that in just a minute. Make sure to have your questions ready for our business and marketing expert, Ella, and maybe me. We will be getting started in just a minute. Mommy is at Girl Scouts with Lily. So Ella is at Grammy's house, so we're just waiting for Grammy to figure out how to jump on our Facebook Live. Hopefully that will be resolved shortly. Can't find the live video, she says. Hang on one second, folks. Stay with me. Hopefully Grammy can figure it out. Do we get to meet Grammy? That depends on if Grammy decides to come on camera. Full disclosure, Grammy and Grampy are clients of Market. Their health food store is a client of Market Domination. So perhaps we can squeeze a couple business lessons out of her too. Hang on. Let's see what happens. Bum, 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 bum. Tag us. Okay, she says. Here, you know what? I will invite Marlene. Invite. Tag. Hi, can I tag? Guest requests. No, I can't do a guest request until she shows up to guest. Add. Nope, that's not it. Add. Bring a friend. Invite a friend. I invited. Hang on one second. Stay with me. Hi, Miss Kara. Ella's going to be here via remote broadcast in just a second. Dean says, couldn't make it this week. How's it going? Is there some good pitches? Yes, we're going to talk about that. And we will get prize info to you early. Awesome. I know you sent the email with the pictures on it while I've been away. I saw that there was an email. I haven't been able to see all of the pictures. Hey, Gina Milo. Long time no talk. Gina is a former, Syracuse University Musical Theater alum. Awesome to see you. What is going on in your life? Haven't heard from you in a very long time. Figure you're quite busy. Yes. So I know it says I need to update. Oh dear God, Grammy hasn't updated Facebook in a while. Hang on, come on. Gotta love it. All right. Our technical issues not at my end, but at Grammy's end. All right. So I will tell you a little bit about the event. As Grammy tries to figure out how to get Ella on. I know she's become an even bigger draw because she's got the super cute factor going that it won't let her update. Dear God, hang on. All right. So here, you know what? Let's get started, and hopefully they show up, and if not, we'll move on. And they'll be here next time. All right, so where am I? Hey, Mike. What am I doing? I am at Pitch Tank, which is the live version of Shark Tank, with Kevin Harrington from the original Shark from Shark Tank and my podcast co-host. This event is put on by Angel Investors Network, which he owns, and it is, we do 3 events a year. We do one in July in Las Vegas with 2,000 investors at Freedom Fest, and then we do events in Tampa, here, and then we do events in Los Angeles. So 3 a year. So the premise of Pitch Tank is it's a live version of Shark Tank. We do the marketing to get entrepreneurs to apply to come pitch their business to our investors. And then we also do the marketing to get investors to come hear the pitches from our entrepreneurs who are looking for the next great deal they can invest in. So yesterday, this is very interesting. So yesterday we did a boot camp for the entrepreneurs. So if you're pitching at this event, all day yesterday, if you came, you got to do your pitch and practice, and we would give you feedback as how you could improve your pitch for today, which was the live event. So first lesson, not every entrepreneur showed up. Some of them did not show up for the coaching, and in their pitches today, you could tell. Then we had two categories of entrepreneurs yesterday. We had the entrepreneurs who followed our advice and changed their presentations based on that for today. And we had entrepreneurs who didn't listen and did exactly the same presentation they did yesterday, which blows my mind. Why would you come ask for our advice and then not take it? But hey, what do I know? So we had, I gotta go get the list. We had all day. It was literally, hey, Ella is, hang on, this is Ella, invite Grampy. I can't. How do I comment? Can someone comment and tell below and say Grampy has to ask to be on the broadcast? Bring a friend. I'm trying to bring it. It doesn't. How do I pick it? She's got to ask. Somebody. You have to ask, Grampy. Can someone type for me? Please. All right. It won't let me. Hang on, wait. How to ask. Hang on. We're taking this off the tripod. You gotta hit the button. There should be a button. You have to request. I can't just add you. Right? Does anybody else know any different? You can't. There's a button. There. Hopefully they will see that. And push the button. I know, Linda. Yes, there's a button. They just have to figure it out. My grandparents are not the most tech-savvy people in the world. But this is such is life. All right, so anyway, so we're at, so we started, the pitches started at 9 this morning and literally went all day long. So we ended at about 5:30. So each entrepreneur got 10 minutes to, what button? The freaking button. I'm not seeing it as a viewer. I'm seeing it as a broadcaster, so I can't see. Can one of you type what the button looks like? Because I don't see the same buttons you see because I'm broadcasting. If somebody could please reply to Phil Melnikoff. Linda, can you tell him what the button looks like? Grampy, try hit. I don't know, but I've always done this as a broadcaster, so I've not done it as a viewer. Bring a friend. Try some buttons. All right, so anyway, so they got 10 minutes to pitch, and they got 5 minutes. They got 5 minutes they got feedback from us, the judges, and then they had a couple minutes of Q&A from the audience. So things to the right of the comment space. Grampy, it's to the right of the comment space. All right. So we had businesses in different industries. We had some white circle with green people in it. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate the tech support for Grampy and Ella. So we had businesses in different industries. Let's see. We had a deal with a company that has a cure, although they can't say cure, for sleep apnea. And it turns out that a lot more of us have sleep apnea than we know about. Apparently, if you ever snore, you've got sleep apnea in some way, shape, or form. Apparently, a lot of it is caused by bottle feeding, or there is no green circle. Come on, Grampy. I know you can do it. A lot of it is caused by bottle feeding when you're a baby or using pacifiers. That apparently changes your jaw, changes your palate. And most dentists are taught that there's nothing you can do about this. And the treatments for sleep apnea, like a CPAP machine or some other stuff, don't really work. And you actually can change the palate. And this device literally reverses. It's like wearing a retainer at night, and it literally reverses the effects of sleep apnea until it puts your mouth and your palate and your jaw back to the way they were supposed to be. So white circle, Grampy, white circle. So that was an interesting pitch. There was a company that has invented a way to take carbon dioxide, evil greenhouse gases, factories, cars, creates global warming, pollution, all that kind of stuff. Just start pushing buttons. Thank you, Dean. Just start pushing buttons. So it takes carbon dioxide, takes the carbon dioxide out of the air, puts oxygen back in, and creates butanol, which is apparently a chemical that is valuable and used in lots of different applications, and makes carbon dioxide turn into butanol, so reducing pollution and creating a valuable chemical at the same time. There were folks who had invented a polymer that literally reduces impact. So if you put this on a bulletproof vest, it works a whole lot better than a normal bulletproof vest and will save lives. NFL, a lot of pro sports teams are using it to protect the damage against impact when you get hit. Has a million different applications. They have the #1 industrial glove in the world. Grampy, just start pushing buttons to the right of the comments, to the right of where you can comment. On the bottom where their shows picked what look like icons. Try pushing them. Just don't push the leave or the finish button. To the left of the blue thumbs up button. How about that? Left of the blue thumbs up button. There was a company that's invented new technology. Nothing there. I don't know what to tell you anymore. There was just start pushing buttons. Any button. Try some buttons. Just push things. So that there was going to be invented a new advertising technology where they can literally see if you look away from your phone. So let's say you're playing Candy Crush and you run out of lives or whatever, and it says you want to watch a video to get another life, and you say yes. Right now, you probably put the phone down, ignore the video for 30 seconds or a minute, and then come back. Well, in this case, Dean, thank you for finding this funny. So in that case, right now the advertiser's wasting their money. But in this case, with that technology, it could tell if the person looked away, and it would stop playing the video. And the advertiser wouldn't pay for it unless they actually looked at the video and finished watching it, which is really cool. And then the second thing is when people, I give up, Grampy. I'll just do this one myself. So when people engage with the video content, they actually get rewarded, which means they might get cash, they might get prizes, they might get merchandise, they would get tokens that go in this virtual wallet that they can spend on real things. They can donate to charity, they can buy products, they can do whatever they want with it. So literally the consumers would be paid for their attention, which is the most valuable commodity. Hey, David Yorka. So that was really cool. Interesting things I thought about. We rated the companies on 7 or 8 different criteria on a scale of 1 to 10, or 0 to 10. And then there was a third place, a second place, and a first place. Everyone who got to this stage, who got to pitch today, got $10,000 from Amazon Web Hosting. They were very nice and sponsored and gave us a bunch of money. And the top 3 winners get to present to the Mastermind Investment Club tomorrow. So the Mastermind Investment Club is a group of investors who have committed time, resources, and money to wanting to access our deal flow, the companies that come through our pipelines that we've vetted somewhat and believe in and have invested in. So they're highly qualified investors who want access to our deals, and the top 3 finishers get to present to them tomorrow and pitch their deal in a lot more detail and with more time. And then there's some other companies that we've invested in that will be giving updates. And then we all mastermind together about how to get these companies to grow faster so our investors make more money sooner. So what I want to talk about today is, yes, it is an awesome experience. So what I want to talk about today is the elements of a great pitch or a great presentation. So if you ever watch Shark Tank, it's a lot like that. That's basically, they get their 10 minutes, they pitch, the sharks make some questions, we let a couple audience members ask questions, and they're soliciting investments from everybody in the room. So first of all, judging is a lot of work. It was all day, nonstop. We broke for lunch. Other than that, it was nonstop. Shark Tank's a lot harder than it looks. A lot more mentally draining to process all of that information and analyze all of those opportunities. And let's talk about what makes a great presentation or what makes a great pitch. So, elements that I saw over and over again. You got to have passion for what you do. Your personality and your passion have to come across in your presentation. So, for example, the presentation for the sleep apnea cure treatment, the presenter had probably the best passion and personality of anybody all day. However, he spent almost 8 of his 10 minutes, I didn't time it, but he spent like 8 of his minutes on the science behind how it works and didn't have enough time left to to talk about the deal. So he had the passion and the personality to communicate it, but didn't cover as much some of the most important elements, which is like the money. So your passion, your personality is going to come across. If you are flat, if you are bland, if you are boring, that does not sell. Selling is a transference of emotion. So how can you transfer your passion, your excitement onto your consumer, onto your prospects so that they want to buy what you have? So that's number 1. Number 2, this is a pet peeve of mine. Oh, hey, mommy's watching, but are you back? Are you watching from Girl Scouts? Or are you need to invite my dad to, I can't invite him to join the video. He has to ask to join the video, and he apparently can't figure out how to push the button that says I want to join. A number of us on the broadcast I can't see your buttons because I'm a broadcaster. A number of our other viewers have suggested to him where the button might be, and we haven't had any luck. We told Grampy to even hit all of the buttons, but didn't work. He says there aren't any buttons. So maybe he has a different version of Facebook than the rest of us. I do not know. So number 2 keys to a great pitch, whether you're pitching for investment capital or presenting to prospective clients. It doesn't have to be asking for an investment. It could be getting them to buy your product or service. If you're presenting, for example, if you're pitching, if you're making a sales presentation via PowerPoint, don't read your slides. You should have your presentation memorized so that you don't need to look at your slides. Your slides are just kind of a quick visual cue for you to know where you are in the pitch, or sales pitch, but you shouldn't need them. So if your PowerPoint doesn't work, that doesn't kill your presentation. Another issue we had is no matter how many times we practice with it's Max actually, not Grampy. Well, Max, you should be able to do this, dude. Max is our 11-year-old son. Max, there should be buttons, man. Come on. You're tech savvy, dude. Help Grampy out. Help Ella out. All right, so don't read your slides. I can read your slides. I don't need you to read me your slides. And your slides should be a lot more graphics and a lot less text. Because if you put a lot of text on your slides, I'm going to try and read it and stop paying attention to what you're saying. So it's awesome that Grampy gave Max the phone. Hopefully Max can figure this out because he's 11. All right, so passion and personality. Don't read your slides. Lots of graphics, less text. And you should hypothetically have video. You should not have video. So you can't, even if you rehearse the AV, it doesn't mean it's always going to work. Mommy's almost there. Awesome. She will save the day. So don't put video in your PowerPoint. We had folks who had video in their PowerPoint, even though they were warned not to. Some of their videos worked just fine. Some did not. We had one gentleman who was one of our top 3, quickly moved on from the video not working and has a genetic testing product that will test for 600 different markers for various diseases, and then analyze, if I understood it correctly, and then give you and your doctor this report, which is awesome. But it also is integrated with all the electronic health records. So if you get your DNA tested and then it's on your health records, if your doctor writes a prescription, the software will, yay! Approve. Look, add the button. Look at that. Look at that. Hi, honey. Hi, honey.
Go inside.
You figured out how to push the button. It's magic.
You're funny.
Daddy.
Go.
Daddy.
Wait, we gotta take the phone to Ella.
There's no joy.
Okay, shh. Let me go to Ella.
There's no button.
All right, so as I was saying, so their video, so it's a genetic testing company.
Hi, Daddy.
But if the doctor writes a prescription, it'll instantly analyze the DNA report and say,
Hello?
work. Hey, Ella, you made it.
Finally.
Apparently, we had some technical difficulties over there.
Yes, we did.
All right. Would you like to do our intro song?
It's just, well, I don't have a guitar.
That's quite all right. You can...
It's Seth and Ella show, the possibly best show. It's the Seth and Ella show.
Yay. All right. We'll have the guitar next time. Yes, the wife wins. She pulled it off. How many people does it take to get Ella on the air? All right. So, Ella, today we are talking, because Daddy judged Pitch Tank, we are talking about what makes a great presentation. So you and I have what makes a great presentation.
Oh, I know what makes a good presentation
That
already.
is awesome, because I was about to ask.
Be animated in your presentation and putting together an amazing presentation and practicing that presentation.
Okay, I'm sorry I cut you off in the very beginning. What else did you say besides practicing?
Be animated. Be animated when you say stuff. Do some things that weren't like on the board if you're doing like a PowerPoint. Practice it and act like you're performing when you present it.
Okay, so that was awesome. So be animated. You'll notice I talked about personality earlier. Practice it. Act as if you're performing, because you're giving a performance. So
Yep.
that was absolutely awesome. Now, Ella, you and I have watched Shark Tank together. Talk about
I love
why you think some people might get a deal versus why some people might not get a deal.
Like, you know the people who did that acting kind of performance?
Yes.
Those people I would give a deal to because one, their product that they were presenting is amazing, and two, they really sold the product to me by their acting performance and like giving me like a performance about it. So make it fun and entertaining, and I'll pay attention to what you're saying, because like if you make it boring, I'm just gonna tune you out like blah 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 blah.
No.
But if you're like performing, I'll like understand you and everything, and I'm more likely to give you a deal and my attention if you are performing and being animated and having emotion when you're saying.
That is absolutely awesome and completely true. So I hope you're all taking notes on what Ella is saying, because she's giving you golden nuggets of business advice. So that is awesome, because no matter what business you're in, if you're trying to get someone to do something, whether you are looking for love, Linda says you know your stuff. Yes.
Yes, I do.
So whatever you're selling, you're in the show business. You're in the entertainment business. So whether you're pitching on raising money, or whether you are pitching on selling your product, or whether you are a parent trying to get your daughter to do something, it works much better if they want to do it based on your presentation, whether that's how you present to them that they should put their clothes in the washer, or put their dishes in the sink, or write you a check. So how can, so for folks who aren't looking to raise investment capital, who are just marketing their product or service, how can they apply what we're talking about to their business?
You can apply that by, like, say you have a presentation about your product, like at at pitch tank. You have a pitch about your product. Maybe, Daddy, maybe you're more attracted to the products that not only one, seem good, but two, the people are the innovative ideas, and three, the presentation is something that I would also judge on, because, like, if you're, like, that shows me, like, you're willing to, like, do stuff for your product. When you're just giving, like, a monologue, I'm not gonna think you or have that much dedication to your product. When if you're getting, like, a performance type of thing, I'm gonna think you have more devotion to your product.
Awesome. That is absolutely true. Now, let's go a little bit further. So, when you are watching commercials on TV or ads on YouTube, what you talked about the performance aspect, what excites you? What gets you to want to buy a new toy or something like that?
Good advertising.
Okay, so what makes an ad good for you?
Like seeing people playing with the toy and seeing so many ads for like an app or something, I'm like, oh, fine, forget it. This seems really cool. I'm just gonna try it.
Okay.
Like that, like Webtoon kept seeing these animated videos about some of the comics they have on it. So I downloaded Webtoon for daily comics, and that was really cool because I kept, like, every other video I clicked on that had an ad, it was for Webtoon.
Okay, so you just talked about two awesome things. You talked about a demonstration. You talked about showing the product or service in action. And then you talked about repetition, that you have to get your message to show up multiple times because people are so bombarded by advertising and marketing messages that you've got to.
You got to.
You have to. You have to.
You got to follow up.
You have to follow up. Those are Ella's success hand signals. Yes, you absolutely have to follow up and show them multiple times before they usually will take action.
And you can deliver advertisements via snail mail.
Yes, you can deliver. You know what? We can deliver advertising via snail mail. Ella, we can also do a lot of digital advertising on like Facebook and YouTube, which you watch every day.
Yes, you can.
So we need a hand signal for online advertising.
Boop, 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 boop.
All right, that was a good sound effect. Awesome. So that was digital advertising. All right. At this point, we are going to open it up for question and answers. If you would like to ask questions of myself or Ella of how to better market your business, please type a question in the chat box, in the comments.
And if you have a question for Daddy, type Daddy. And if you at the beginning of your question, and if you have a question for me, type Ella at the beginning of your question.
Awesome. All right. We will wait for questions. All right. While we're waiting for, okay, let's say I'm advertising. I got one via text message. Let's say I'm advertising a product that I have competition that is the same as me. How do I get my product to stand out?
Through text message?
Oh, wait, Ella.
What are you advertising
Oh,
to?
hang on a second. We have another question. We'll get back to that one. Ella, how long has your daddy been teaching you this stuff?
Ever since I remember when he was talking about being a college professor, and I asked him to play his class with me. That's when I was like 7 or 6. He's been teaching me this stuff since then.
Okay, so
that's as much as
a few years ago, I was an adjunct professor at Madai, and I was teaching the only college level course in direct response marketing, and I taught for a couple of years. And yes, Ella asked me to play college with her, and that's when, because we've always watched Shark Tank together, but when she started asking for formal lessons was when I was a professor.
Yep.
Okay, so the other question we had was, if I have a product that other people sell, how do I get them to buy from me? How do I get mine to stand out? And it's a question for Ella.
I think you can have new and innovative presentations of it to make your product seem better than anybody else's.
Okay, so that's awesome. So she said to have new and innovative presentations of it. So you can't change the product if you're selling the same thing that someone else is selling, but you can change the marketing and how it's presented to stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. We have any more questions? I know it is
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming, Ella says. Awesome. I'm waiting for more questions.
Ella.
Okay, how can we get it to stand? How can we change our marketing to get it to stand out? Question for Daddy. Okay, so that would be what I call a magical marketing proposition, and that is the
Magical marketing. That sounds awesome.
see, it worked already. That is the answer to a question, and the question is, why should I do business with you as opposed to anyone else who does what you do, including doing nothing? Because right now they're doing nothing about their problem, and we have to get them to take action to fix it.
You know the question that I got asked before you got asked the question? I have even more of an answer to that. You know how you said magic marketing, and I'm like, that sounds awesome. You could have a fun and innovative name for it, and that would also get my attention.
Absolutely. We were talking earlier, the feedback I had given to one of the pitchers to pitching companies today. Again, they have a way to get carbon dioxide out of the air and turn it into a valuable chemical that is useful. So they're literally removing pollution from the air and reversing the effects of global warming. And their presentation was a lot about the science of how they were turning carbon dioxide into something good. And I said, you need a sexy name for your presentation. And I gave them a name, but they didn't use it. They didn't listen. But my name was turning poison into profits, which when I explained that to other people, they immediately understood what it was. Whereas when he said what he did, they didn't always necessarily quite get it.
Okay.
Awesome. I do not see any other questions, and I know it is late and you have to get home and and Lily has to go to bed. So Ella, I know you don't have the guitar with you, but can you take us out?
It's a Seth and Ella show. Thank you for watching.